Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Orit and welcome to Orit's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Bourekas with spinach and cheese and other spices inside of it. Now what is Bourekas? Bourekas is a dough that you just fill it up with different things. In this case we're going to fill it up with spinach. Now the dough that I use is this one right here. It's the Pepperidge Farm Puff Pastry Sheet. Make sure you get the sheet version. I used to buy these at Ralph's and Vaughn's, but lately I haven't been seeing them there. So I've been getting them at the Persian grocery stores or the Middle Eastern grocery stores. So make sure you get this. So again, I'm not a professional cook, so if I make some mistakes, sorry guys. So let's begin. I got myself some fresh spinach. I cut the ends of it because some of them are just really long. I cut the ends of them and I rinsed them to get the dirt out. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hop over there on the stove and we're gonna cook them. We're gonna put about a tablespoon or so of oil. I use grapeseed oil, but you can use any other type of oil that you may have at home. And I'm just gonna let it get it warmed up and just toss this in there. And it's really big and puffy right now, but as it cooks, the spinach tends to shrink. And when it's nice and soft, you know that your spinach is ready. So we're gonna let that cook. I put 2 bunches of spinach, by the way. Okay, so I may still have some left over. You just gotta play it by ear. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this up as we go. Just let it do its thing. There's nothing you can do for now. Okay? And you can just leave the lid open or closed. I just leave it. I'm going to leave it closed, that way it keeps the heat inside and it cooks faster. So we're going to have this get ready, and once it's nice and soft and ready to go, you're going to need to let it cool off a little bit, and I'll get back to you guys in a few minutes. Hey guys, so back to this. It's cooking, as you can see. So the 2 bunches, it looks like so much, but then when it gets smaller and starts shrinking, you're like, oh, it's nothing. So it also produces a lot of water, so you may want to take off the lid and let it evaporate and just mix it up here and there. We're going to also need to add some pepper and some salt and mix it up again. And so it's pretty much ready, but I would just wait until the water evaporates just a tad. And then take it out and let it cool off in a separate pot. So we're gonna let it evaporate and I'll be back in a second. Hi, and we're back. So now my spinach is pretty much cooled off and nice and cooked. So you see it's all soft and flimsy looking, and that's just the way you want it. Now you may have some excess water in it, so try to drain some of the water out. You don't want it to be too watery. Okay, so now we'll get to more of the ingredients. So I have my a cup of Colby Jack cheese. You can use any other type of cheese you may want. You don't have to necessarily use this, but we love the Colby Jack. So I'm gonna add about a cup of that. You don't want it to be too cheesy, because then when it's cooking in the oven, it's kind of you won't like it. Then I have here fried onions with minced garlic that I cook together. I usually make it at home, and I make a big batch of it in here and I freeze them. Now they sell fried onions already, like in the Middle Eastern grocery stores. You can get those, but let me tell you, it doesn't taste exactly the same as you would make it at home. But if you do get those at the grocery store, that's fine, but don't forget to add minced garlic to it too, okay? So I'm gonna be adding half a cup of onions. Now the onions and the garlic, it's just for the flavor. And I believe it's a very, very important thing that you need in this type of food. Okay, and what you're going to do next is you're just going to mix it up. So remember, when you were cooking the spinach, you already added the salt and pepper. Now if you forgot, you can always just add it in here, no big deal. Remember, you can always add stuff, but you can never take things away. Take away things while you're cooking. So it's best to add a little bit, and then if you think you need more, you can just add more as you go along. So I think this is pretty good. I mean, it's everywhere. And I'm going to bring my dough out now. Now, when you want to defrost it, just follow the direction at the back of the package. Mine got a little too soft because I left it out. So I put it back in the refrigerator to toughen up a little bit. So now it's pretty okay. Because if it was too soft, then it'll be hard for you to close it, close the dough to prepare it to put in the oven. So this is how I make it. Now, if you have another creative way to put your dough together and stuff it in, go for it. So now, just gonna put it in here. Now, you don't want to overly stuff it because then you won't be able to close it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then we're gonna close it up. Okay, you can use a fork to do it, or if you like me, just use my hand. Okay, so I'm gonna get that one ready and we'll be right back in a second. Hey, welcome back. So now I got my dough all nice and stuffed with the spinach, cheese, and fried onions with the garlic. It's ready to go, almost ready to go. So what I did was I beat in some eggs, and with this brush, I'm just gonna brush it over the dough. What this egg does, it helps to make a nice golden brown color once it's cooked on. And you don't have to put a lot, just put it on a little bit. Okay, now some of my spinach came out on the corners, not a big deal, tends to happen. And with the cheese, while it's cooking, it may give off some liquid, which is normal too, so don't freak out, okay? And I like to put some sesame seeds on top. It makes it look pretty and it gives a hint of a flavor with the sesame seed. And that's it. Now it's ready to pop into the oven. You put your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to take about 4 to 5 minutes for it to get ready. And when it's golden brown on top, you know it's ready to go. And we'll see you in about 45 minutes. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's been 45 minutes and my spinach Bourekas is ready to go. As you can see, it has a nice golden brown color thanks to the eggs that we put on top of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up and see how the inside looks like. Yummy, looks good. And there you are. So as you can see, there's the cheese and there's the spinach and some of that onions that you put in there as well. And I know some people who don't like raw onions, now that I think of it. So I've never tried it with no onions or just raw onions. So if you do that, let me know how it turns out because I would love to know. And also we like to pair up the Bourekas with the hummus. This is the type of hummus that we purchase. It's a sabra kind, which I'm sure you've seen billboards around everywhere. You can find this at Ralph, Vons, even the Middle Eastern grocery stores. We get the classic hummus, but there's different types of hummuses that in the center of it, it's spicy or has, bigger chunks of garbanzo beans. So that's an option that you can do it. Or if you have any other dipping sauce, go for it, okay? So that's it, you guys. You guys made spinach Bourekas. And I hope you enjoyed yourself and you learned something from my show. And I hope that you can make it and enjoy your meal with your family and friend. Also, my niece Gabby, she has a YouTube channel of her own called Gabby Shirazi. She talks about when she travels around she went to Colby recently, so she has an episode on that. She also talks about fashion and lots of other fun activities with her friends. So maybe you might like it, or if you have any teenager kids or nieces or nephews, they might enjoy it as well. So go ahead and look down in the description and you'll find the link there. So once again, thank you for watching Orit's Kitchen. Please don't forget to like my video and to subscribe on my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.